Let's move on. This is the DLC, yeah. I'm not sure if I should play through this or not right now. My brief overall thoughts of the game, it's fine. Considering it's 10 years old, it's more than fine. That will be my thoughts. More than fine.
Inquisitor. Inquisitor.
Raid rumors. Elven ruins. There are so many areas you don't know where to go first. What this?
So this is where the Sullivan blade was lost.
Lost or misused. There is a reason it was never reclaimed.
I got a dungeon. Do I also stream on Twitch? I'm live on Twitch right now at the same time as on YouTube. The rich area. Probably high level as well. Thanks for the follow. Very rich area. Thanks for the follow, people. Where is Whalefire? Okay. Easy. Easy map. Don't know why it's so rich then.
There's an altar.
Be careful. There may be a reason this ground has lain undisturbed for so long.
Very.
It's only part of the sword. The elves broke it after all.
They performed a ritual they did not understand. It appears they paid the consequences for it. That corpse was possessed by a pride. I doubt it was alone.
There must be more altars.
Got so many areas, I don't know which one to play first, to be honest. I'll finish this dungeon, then I'll see. Maybe even main quest a bit, I don't know. They're just way too much. It looks like a door. What's that? Freaking Revenant. And Solas that refusing to play, man. Colin is done. How the fuck can I tell where I wasn't? Everything looks similar. Never was here, that's for sure.
brought up Bianca, Seeker. Does that mean I can ask about your conquests?
I have no conquests.
How about dalliances, liaisons, illicit affairs?
No.
Sanctuary of the Dead. If they just keep popping. Tactical combat view. When the fight is hard, I use it to give orders. But to play non-stop, no. No. God of War. What, Ragnarok? I have doubts it's gonna come out on a PC. I really have doubts. Would get surprised if it does. Am I missing one? I am. You know when it might happen? When they release all DLCs for Ragnarok. And then after 6 months pass or so on from the final DLC they plan to release, then they're gonna put it on a PC. So probably 2025, 2026, knowing Sony. Dragon's Dogma 2 is going to be basically Dragon Age Inquisition with better graphics and better combat. That's what it's gonna be.
The final piece of the sword. Perhaps Dagna could find a way to restore it.
Dang. What do you mean auto attack in Dragon Age? For companions, it's fine. When they don't bug, then it's fine.
Inquisitor.
You were there. I have to know what it was like. The colors, the smells, the magic. I'm sorry, it's just so exciting. You went into the Fade. If you have time, Inquisitor, do tell.
Oh, you mean on your main? Just you can't cancel animations during the attack. It was made for a gamepad, okay? It was made for a gamepad, it was not made for PC.
We found a sword.
There's nothing to think about, that's how the game is. Someone can like it, someone won't.
You can't stitch a sword. Metal
That's
doesn't
about
fit.
it. I don't mind, personally.
That would be amazing.
Dagna, the sword.
Sorry. It's quality, right? I could use the pieces to make a plan for a new sword. One that's less broken. It's like the pieces are inspiration. That's just perfect for you. Mind your step for things, Inquisitor.
Okay, the silencer. Look at the daggers. You need Grey Sword, Sullivan Blade. And it sucks. Of course it sucks. What was I expecting? Yeah. Okay. Look, there's someone who exclusively played for 30 years straight. 30 years on mouse and keyboard. I can tell you that most of the games in the last few years were definitely made for a freaking gamepad. Most of them. Cypolar.
Inquisitor.
$14. 15 freaking hours.
Let us begin.
Venatory activity in the west. What is the final mission of the Inquisition? I hope it's not what Pride had wrote. Can someone check out? I won't end the game if I do it like this. I don't want to end the game. It says here that it's time for the final battle. What is the final mission? It's not this one. Call allies to rally their soldiers, march with the Inquisitor Trevelyan army. Do wanna start something? Doom upon all the world is the final one, yeah. See what's this.
Any luck charting the area?
I did what I could, Your Worship. This space has nothing but space. If there's nothing valuable here, I say let Corypheus have it.
What did you find?
Dwarven ruins. On the surface. Like they'd been built up here. The Venatori are excavating them.
Whatever they want.
I just saw Venatori northwest of here. I found this map on a dead one. Maybe it shows where they're...
Holy shit.
have a moment.
What is it?
This could... Supplies, monsieur.
Looks better than Starfield. I mean, the space. Like 5 times better. Fucking Bethesda. You know what Bethesda does with their games? They create like a 10% finished product and then they rely on mods to make their games better.
They may be campfires.
It's unreal what they do. Like they got a perfect recipe, okay? It doesn't get more perfect. It just doesn't. Think about it. And people for some reason are still buying their games. Which is even funnier. What I think about Baldur's Gate 3. Mediocre CRPG. Above mediocre RPG. Social dating simulator. Probably, like 99%, I'm sure it's the wokest game ever created. It doesn't get more disgusting than Baldur's Gate 3. Now, what I think, you know, from my own perspective, not objectively speaking now I'm speaking from my own perspective, it's a disgusting piece of crap. That's my own perspective. And you know what? Thinking about it, honestly, Larian is stationed in the center of agenda, okay? They are there in the abyss in Belgium. They are from Belgium, yeah. They're in the center of everything. So, what do you expect out of Larian, man? Of course, they're gonna follow the agenda. They have to. It's a political company. Very simple to understand. Yeah, they're eating bugs. What are you talking about? There's even that in a game. You can eat bugs in a game as well. Like everything is there. It's unfucking real. They covered every single agenda that exists. Everything is there. You missed it. I know you missed it. It's like disgusting, man. The best thing about Baldur's Gate 3 is its fan base. That's the best thing about Baldur's Gate 3. I hate it, but I finished the game, okay? And I haven't finished it like most of the people finish the game. I finished it, okay? I did everything. Everything, every side quest, everything that you can imagine, I did it, okay? And then I speak about it. But most of its fan base never got past Act 1, okay? What they've seen it on YouTube. Those people are giving it Game of the Year. No one ever finished it. Not to mention finish it, at least reach Act 2, whatever. Look, I'll be real, it's not only Act 3. First of all, you gotta realize that the game straight up shits on the entire franchise. Baldur's Gate 1 and on Baldur's Gate 2. It shits on the entire CRPG genre. Because now people, newcomers, and as I said, like millions of women that played Baldur's Gate 3, they think how Baldur's Gate is a CRPG. You know, that they ruin the perspective of what the CRPG is. That game doesn't only take a shit on Baldur's Gate franchise, it's just an abomination. For the specific audience. It's good. The specific audience. And I don't have anything against it, but then don't market it like Baldur's Gate. Don't market it like I don't know, like a CRPG. Give it a different name, like I gave it, Walker's Gate. Be done with it. Very simple. Here in Inquisition, I didn't know what to play, to be honest. I went with whatever. This map has no end.
Seriously? Swords and shields. How did you find that cereal? Scrape it off the bottom of a barrel in Dust Town?
It was research. I thought I might learn more about the champion.
I did write a book about the champion. You might remember. Had your knife stuck through it last I saw?
I'd already read that one. Twice.
I don't like the mount. Don't like the movement of the mount. Don't like the speed of the mount. With this, I traverse faster than with the mount. So maybe that's why.
Are the Venturi hiding everywhere in this desert?
Nothing to report, sir.
I don't have patience for this right now. I might have patience tomorrow. We're gonna play the main quest. Just come on. You know how many maps I played like this? Now it becomes repetitive. Seriously repetitive. For example, in the deep roads it feels unique. It feels a bit different, like a brand new game. Up we go to the main quest. I think it's 40 power to unlock. No, I haven't played. I got the DLC for Resident Evil 4 Remake and I haven't played it yet. As far as I know, it's only one mission, yeah.
With an illuvion, Corypheus could cross into the Fade in the flesh. Indeed. The Inquisitor can attest that these artifacts still work if one knows how to use them.
What happens when Corypheus enters the Fade?
Why, he will gain his heart's desire and take the power of a god. Or, and this is more likely, the lunatic will unleash forces that tear the world apart.
Reasons for stopping Corypheus have gone from revenge to keep the world intact.
'Twas always so, was it not? The madman would bury us all.
Pardon me, but does this mean everything's lost unless we get to the Illuvion before him?
Corypheus has a head start, no matter how quickly our army moves.
We should gather our allies before we march.
Can we wait for them? We should send our spies ahead to the Arbor Wilds.
Without support from the soldiers, you'd lose half of them.
Then what should we do?
For starters, we don't let Corypheus worry us to death. Imagine how embarrassing that would be. Josephine, have our allies send scouts to meet us in the wilds. Liliana, your fastest agents will join them. Together, we'll have enough spies to slow down Corypheus' army until Cullen's soldiers arrive.
Such confidence. But the Arbor Wilds are not so kind to visitors. Old elven magic lingers in those woods.
We'd be remiss to not take advantage of your knowledge, Lady Morgan. Please, lend us your expertise.
'Tis why I came here, although it is good to see its value recognized.
Any further instructions, Inquisitor?
As far as Rogue Trader goes, if you know about the map, Coronos Expanse, now from here to here would be the game. Okay. It covers like this spot. That's the game. Alright. This is the game from the main map. And there is slightly over here where the game ends in chapter 5. So this is what they covered and the middle. Okay. This is all that's left for the DLCs on the Coronos Expanse. There's gonna be at least 2 DLCs in this part. There's gonna be a DLC over here, and there's gonna be a DLC over here. Okay. So there's gonna be plenty of DLCs on the Coronos Expanse map. My advice, play the game, finish it once, then wait. Wait for the DLCs to accumulate, then step into the game. It's gonna be perfectly patched, perfectly optimized, with 60 hours more content on top of its 80 to 100 hours. And then it's gonna be an epic CRPG. So I guess around 2025, middle of 2025. And by that time we're also gonna receive a new beta for the new game from the Alkit for the 2026.
We've embarked on a quest that ends in facing the most powerful monster in all Thedas. Do get a good night's sleep.
As you wish.
We'll hound Corypheus in the wilds before he can find the temple or this Illuvion.
No, I'm worried about Witcher 4. You gotta have one thing in mind. Developers of Witcher franchise, Witcher 1, 2, and 3, especially of Witcher 3. There were 5 main devs, and I don't know how many hundreds of other devs working on Witcher. There's only one left. Everyone else is new. Okay, so it's not the same developers, even though the company is the same, CD Projekt Red. The name remains the same, but the devs are not the same. And they need a writer. Witcher is all about writing. They gonna fuck it up. They're really gonna fuck it up. Mark my words. Witcher, with its next part, is probably just a cow ready to get milked on a name. It's gonna sell like crazy, but it's gonna suck. Not Andromeda level sucks, but it's gonna suck. Something like Cyberpunk suck. That about it. Go to war. Egoist. Thanks for the 18 months. Look, it's not like Cyberpunk was bad, it was just a letdown. But don't call it bad, it's not bad, it's above mediocre RPG. Above mediocre RPG. Okay.
Inquisitor,
We can't say it's bad.
Captain.
the Red Templars fall beneath our blades, your worship. Commander Cullen says they're nearly finished. Our scouts saw Corypheus traveling towards an elven ruin to the north. We can clear you a path through his armies.
Do only what you must. We need enough people for a celebration when we get back to Skyhold.
We will not fail you, my lord, no matter what comes. Andraste guide you, Inquisitor.
What I promised. I told you it's not the same
I wonder,
devs. Just the
is
same
it
company.
Andraste your soldiers invoke during battle, or does a more immediate name come to their lips?
Before the game came out, like what I did. I'm a special topic, but it doesn't matter. I do it for the content. But 3 days before Cyberpunk came out, I was on a stream like this, and I said, okay, I'll purchase the game. Pre-ordered. And after I pre-ordered, I was like speaking with people like I speak with you now, and I'm like, let me see the devs. And I'm opening, checking out who's creating the game and whatnot, and I realized there's only one out of 5 main devs from The Witcher 3, and I'm like, holy shit, I pre-ordered it. 3 days after, in Vanilla, it was not above mediocre, it was mediocre. Now the game, with all of those patches and DLCs and whatnot, is above mediocre. But I realized late. But it doesn't matter, to be honest.
They show me respect, Morrigan. No one mistakes me for the Maker.
True. You are far more likely to come to their aid than a chantry fable, but I digress. If your scouts report accurately, I believe these ruins to be the Temple of Mythal.
Which is?
A place of worship out of elven legend. If Corypheus seeks it, then the alluvion he covets lies within.
Fireworks.
Let us hope we reach this temple before the entire forest is reduced to ash.
Arbor Wilds. Look, they are good games. It's not like they're not good games. You want gameplay to play non-stop, okay? Without delays, without agendas and other crap. You can play Darkest Dungeon 1 and 2. You can play, I don't know what. You can play Dead Cells. 1 million carbon copies of Dead Cells, as well as Hades, as well as I don't know what. Okay, they are good AA, AAA titles to play. Just ignore AAA titles. That's the main problem. You need to ignore AAA titles. And people keep having hopes about AAA titles, okay? Because the fan base is huge. Like, you gotta realize one thing.
It will be worse ahead.
90% of the players, no matter the genre, no matter the game, are casuals. They can play the game an hour, 2 hours,
Something more powerful than
3 hours a day. And even if it's bad, it's their free time. Okay. Time from school, from studies, from work, from kids, from I don't know what, time from life. And even if the game sucks, they won't be able to realize that it sucks because it's their free time. Okay? For them it's gonna be good. For them that they gonna have a laugh on stupid jokes from Larian in a Baldur's Gate. They gonna have a laugh. They gonna see tits, they gonna start smiling. Okay. And I completely get it. But for me, it's not like that. I play games non-stop. And I can tell when I play games non-stop and I encounter a game that's gonna make me sit down and play for 10 hours in a row. If it makes me play 10 hours in a row. If I go to bed and think about the game, what I'll do tomorrow, what I'll level up. Where I'm gonna go, what I'm gonna do. If it makes me do that, then it's a good game. Okay, if it makes me cringe during the game time, like Cyberpunk, like Baldur's Gate 3, God forbid, like Starfield. Okay, I think I had a mental breakdown during. I only played Starfield for 2 hours. I had a mental breakdown. I couldn't look at the screen, man. That's how bad it was. I could not look at the screen. I was like in the open space and I was like, this is space. The fuck, they did it better in 90s. Then for me, it's unforgiving. Okay, I'm gonna say if it sucks, it fucking sucks and that's it. Because of multiple reasons. But I get the perspective of most of the people. I really get it. Again, those people, what they also do, and I completely get it, they are on a job. They're lazy, they don't want to work, they got their mobiles and they play mobile games. I play mobile games. But where's the problem? Those people that do that, they come to Steam, to reviews, to Metacritic and whatnot, you know. And they rate games. And their vote counts. And they're gonna rate Starfield as a solid game. They're gonna rate Baldur's Gate 3 as the game of the year. Blind and oblivious. Everyone. I'm personally not like that. If I don't like something, I'll say why I don't like it. I won't just say, hey, I don't like this because I don't like it. There has to be a reason. As I told you, I had a mental breakdown during Starfield. Diablo 4, I had high hopes. And I always said, let me reach the end game. I want to see the end game. After 6 hours in the end game, it was really, really bad. Really bad. But then again, then I check out, you know, other people, what they think about it, especially casual players. They like it. They like it. They say how it has content. Yes, it has content when you play an hour a day. You know, it has. And I said it like multiple times in my reviews as well. Those that think well of Diablo 4, if they play an hour or 2 hours a day, they gonna be on my level, or better to say that they gonna merge with my opinion 2 to 3 months later, because what I did in 3 days, they gonna do in 3 months. Okay. And then they gonna say, hey, there is not enough content, but I played the game for 3 months. You did not play for 3 months. You played for 90 hours. My 90 hours last a week. And for a casual player, they last 3 months. And companies know that. They're abusing the system. And they get positive reviews. Very simple. They sell the game. After they sell the game, they don't care. Why should they? They all earn millions, billions on AAAs. Why would they give a fuck now? To update the game, to make it better, there is no need. That's additional work for them that doesn't pay off. They're gonna work on a shop, they're gonna sell you microtransactions. When Black Isle Studios gets out and creates a bunch of great games, with Fargo being the main one behind all of those games. You don't have that shit anymore. You just don't. And people keep hoping, okay? You're gonna receive a good game from Ubisoft, Bethesda, Blizzard. You won't. Ever. Ever. You're gonna receive a store with microtransactions, you're gonna receive reused engines, you're gonna receive agendas. That's what you're gonna get. But you won't get a good game. Being blinded by nostalgia answers. I know, but it's not nostalgia. It's very simple. If I'm blinded by nostalgia, then I would say the same shit about indies, about AA titles that were absolutely great. Then I would say the same about Threat of the Righteous, I would say the same about Eterna Noctis, I would say the same about Desperados 3, I would say the same about Evil West, but I didn't, I said how they're great. So it's not nostalgia, we just receive crap. They are good games from time to time, but we mostly receive crap. Nostalgia. Come on. Back in the day, today everything is DLC, okay? 15 DLCs for one game. DLC goes from $5 to $20, depends on our company. And you can buy... I don't know, you can buy like an entire console for the amount of the DLCs that you buy along the way. How they pull out the money from your pocket. Back in the day, it was a game, finished product. And if they decide to create extra content, it was called expansion pack. And when you buy an expansion pack, it means closely to a full game. The amount of content you receive. Now you get a DLC 5 hours. Bam, $20. Come on. Horse costs less. Easily. At least you're gonna fuck something, okay? That's what I talk about. Okay, that's what I talk about. What's even worse, they sell DLCs as cosmetics. Most of those AAA companies. A DLC is coming out. You get a horse in a pink color. Bam, $20. Like, come on. Still hope to get some good AAA releases in the future. You won't. I'm not destroying your hope. You won't. It's always the same fucking story. And I've been saying it for 15 years in a row now. Always the same story. Beautiful area. Lex content. Basically, that's the description of the Inquisition. Beautiful game that lacks content. A really beautiful game.
There. That must be the Temple of Mythal.
A AAA prototype for 2024. This is where it started. Still far better than bunch of crap we get today.
Namelana Sabanalet.
The wretch mocks you, master.
These are but remnants. They will not keep us from the Well of Sorrows.
Well of Sorrows?
Be honored. Witness death at the hands of a new god.
What the fuck?
Cannot be.
Cross the bridge, now!
Immortal Corypheus.
At last, Mythal's sanctum. Let us proceed before Corypheus interferes.
You said Corypheus wanted an alluvion, but he mentioned a well of sorrows. Which is right?
I am uncertain of what he referred to.
You were guessing. Corypheus might not be after this alluvion. It might not even be here.
Yes, I was wrong. Does that please you? Whatever the Well of Sorrows might be, Corypheus seeks it, and thus you must keep it from his grasp.
Let's find this well before Corypheus's people do. I want to know how Corypheus returned to life. We saw him die.
And his life force passes on to any blighted creature, darkspawn, or Grey Warden.
So that's how the bastard survived, Hawk.
We'll find a way to stop Corypheus once we're done here.
'Tis strange. Archdemons possess the same ability, and still the Grey Wardens are able to slay them. Yet Corypheus they locked away. Perhaps they knew he could do this, but not how.
Freaking huge game.
It appears the temple's magics are still strong.
Is this Elven? Does it say anything about this Well of Sorrows?
Atishor via Abalasan. It means enter the path of the Well of Sorrows.
There is something about knowledge, respectful or pure. Shiven. Shivenen. 'Tis all I can translate. That it mentions the well is a good omen.
At least we know the Well of Sorrows was important.
Supplicants to Mythal would have first paid obeisance here. Following their path may aid entry.
Perform a ritual to appease elven gods? Long dead or no, I don't like it.
If need be, unless you wish to turn back. Let us see what awaits. I see the Venatori have already encountered the temple's guardians.
You know what? These elves are starting to scare me.
The mages trespassed on their sacred ground.
So are we. I'm just saying.
The Temple of Mythal, constructed in an age when elves, not men, dominated this land. They believed Mythal a goddess of justice. Elves came here to request judgment after they proved their worth.
Silence has reigned here for time beyond memory.
Yes?
Are you certain Corypheus is using the power of the Blight to make himself immortal?
Perhaps you forget. I was in Ferelden during the Fifth Blight. I have seen a true archdemon rage. How Corypheus gained the power to send his soul into blighted bodies, that is the real question.
Well, answering that question, let us destroy Corypheus for good.
Perhaps. I would suggest first dealing with the well. If Corypheus obtains it, any chance of success could be lost. Why would this be here?
Something wrong?
It depicts the dread wolf, Fen-Harel. In elven tales, he tricks their gods into sealing themselves away in the beyond for all time. Setting Fen-Harel in Mythal's greatest sanctum is as blasphemous as painting Andraste naked in the chantry.
Some chantries display statues of Andraste's betrayer, Mafarath, as part of the chant.
It might fulfill a similar function, a reminder of vigilance for the faithful.
For all your knowledge, Lady Morrigan, you cannot resist giving legend the weight of history. The wise do not mistake one for the other.
Tell, what meaning does our elven expert sense lurking behind this?
None we can discern by staring at it.
You two look like you're about to kiss when you argue.
'Tis time we pressed forward.
Agreed.
Don't let them pass!
be open until I win this.
Come on, we might catch them.
Hold a moment. While they rush ahead, this leads to our true destination. We should walk the petitioner's path as before.
An army fights and dies for us. The longer we tarry, the more soldiers we lose outside. Let's jump down and be done with this place.
In this case, I must agree with the witch. This is ancient ground, deserving of our respect.
You see the urgency? We cannot find the Well of Sorrows unprepared.
We don't know what's behind those doors. They might have a reason for going another way.
Had they the option, they would have proceeded. That must lead to their goal.
Their goal or yours?
There is a danger to the natural order. Legends walked Thedas once, things of might and wonder. Their passing has left us all the lesser. Corypheus would squander the ancient power of the well. I would have it restored.
You barely know what the Well of Sorrows is, but you want to restore it?
Yes. Is Thedas so full of wonders that we should leave them to die one by one? Mankind blunders through the world, crushing what it does not understand. Elves, dragons, magic. The list is endless. We must stem the tide, or be left with nothing more than the mundane. This I know to be true. I read more in the first chamber than I revealed. It said a great boon is given to those who use the Well of Sorrows, but at a terrible price.
What exactly did that altar say about the Well of Sorrows?
Like most elven writing, it was insufferable.
Thanks for the follow.
The term I deciphered was Halam Shivanas, the sweet sacrifice of duty. It implies the loss of something personal for duty's sake, yet for those who served at this temple, a worthwhile trade.
I played it in vanilla, I never played DLCs, so I played the game 10 years ago. So you can consider like it's my first run, cause I forgot the entire game since then. I remember some dragon fights and that's about it.
What sort of curse should we brace ourselves for if we use the well?
It would be easier by far to advise you of a curse. This price is not so well defined. My priority is your cause, but if the opportunity arises to save this well, I am willing to pay the cost.
And gain what?
That is what we must discover. The rituals may point the way.
Another thing I don't like about the Inquisition is how it shits all over the Grey Wardens, and it's... yeah. Because during Origins, everything was around the Grey Wardens. The entire Dragon Age was revolving around Grey Wardens, and here they're non-existent, basically. But I guess that's why they named it Inquisition. Follow through the hole.
Will you
or
abandon these rituals, Inquisitor?
perform.
Think carefully. There is no return once we follow the Venatori.
Fuck. You get the fuck out. You get the fuck out. What is this shit?
Yes. As you wish.
Do others trigger this as well or not? They do. For fucking real.
Indeed. Time to proceed to the next ritual, I should think.
Why is there no save option? What is happening?
The ritual is complete.
We are close. There is but one more path to follow.
Psycho Joe. That mess. Oh. Okay.
Everything is lit.
So, what now?
Come, let us see if the doors have opened. Tis not what I expected. What was this chamber used for?
We're being watched.
Genius.
Vanavis, you are unlike the other invaders. You stumble down our paths at the side of one of our own. You bear the mark of magic, which is familiar. How has this come to pass? What is your connection to those who first disturbed our slumber?
They are my enemies as well as yours.
I am called Abelas. We are sentinels, tasked with standing against those who trespass on sacred ground. We wake only to fight, to preserve this place. Our numbers diminish with each invasion. I know what you seek. Like all who have come before you, you wish to drink from the Vira Belasan.
The place of the Way of Sorrows. He speaks of the well.
It is not for you. It is not for any of you.
So, you're elves from ancient times? Before the Tevinter Imperium destroyed Arlathan?
The Shemlin did not destroy Arlathan. We Elven warred upon ourselves. By the time the doors to this sanctuary closed, our time was over. We awaken only when called, and each time find the world more foreign than before. It is meaningless. We endure. The Virabalasan must be preserved.
What is this Virabalasan exactly?
It is a path. One walked only by those who toiled in Mythal's favor.
He speaks of priests, perhaps.
More than that, you need not know.
So let's speak.
Solus, perhaps he'll listen to you.
What shall I say, Inquisitor? Shall I sway him from a millennia of service by virtue of our shared blood? He clings to all that remains of his world, because he lacks the power to restore it.
We came to stop Corypheus. He's here to take your well, not I.
I believe you. Trespassers you are, but you have followed rites of petition. You have shown respect to Mythal. If these others are enemies of yours, we will aid you in destroying them. When this is done, you shall be permitted to depart. And never return.
This is our goal, is it not? There is no reason to fight these sentinels.
Consider carefully. You must stop Corypheus, yes, but you may also need the well for your own.
I refuse.
As you wish. Our duty is clear. The Virabalasan shall not be usurped, even if I must destroy it. Masal Dinan.
No!
Morgan!
Ancient elves are dead.
That was unnecessary. A pointless waste of life.
I should have trusted his so-called deal.
Why not? Did he not seem honorable?
He's a guardian, trying to eliminate one group of invaders before the next.
You don't know that.
Open the door by completing the rituals. Goddamn rituals. The inner sanctity.
There must be something here.
Supplies.
This place is like a maze.
You surprised? This temple doesn't exactly roll out welcome mats.
didn't lose shit. The Well of Sorrows.
Well of Sorrows. So Mythal endures.
Andraste, guide us.
Aye.
I want them dead before the master arrives.
Kaltora Viretha.
I will swim if I must.
So close. The well knows its vessel, and those who would despoil it. Stand aside, Inquisitor.
And you are?
I'm called Calpurnia. But when I partake of the well, names will be meaningless. Leave. This is not your time.
Take one step toward that well and I'll finish you.
You serve your people. You have one last chance to save them. The Well of Sorrows overflows with knowledge, power abandoned by those the elves worshipped as gods. To walk the Fade without the anchor. That is what the Well of Sorrows will give Corypheus.
So if I take that power before him, Corypheus will be left empty-handed.
Simple fool. I knew you would take the well for yourself, to ransack its wisdom to try to defeat Corypheus. Come then, one last
Gonna look.
If I fall, it will not be by your hand.
That is a later.
You heard his parting words, Inquisitor. The elf seeks to destroy the Well of Sorrows.
So the sanctum is despoiled at last.
You would have destroyed the well yourself, given the chance.
To keep it from your grasping fingers. Better it be lost than bestowed upon the undeserving.
Fool. You'd let your people's legacy rot in the shadows.
Calpurnia thought the well's knowledge was powerful. It could help stop Corypheus.
I care nothing for your petty conflicts, Shemlin.
You'll care when Corypheus arrives for the well.
The well clearly offers power, Inquisitor. If that power can be turned against Corypheus, can you afford not to use it?
Do you even know what you ask? As each servant of Mythal reached the end of their years, they would pass their knowledge on through this. All that we were, all that we knew, it would be lost forever.
Look around you. Everything your people were, it's already gone.
It is.
There are other places, friend, other duties. Your people yet linger.
Elven such as you?
Yes, such as I.
Our duty is all that remains. Those who drank from the Vira Balasan paid a great price, bound to the service of Mythal for eternity.
You claim Mythal was truly a god.
To you, it shall make no difference. Mythal, Zul'Avin.
Stubborn fool.
He was defending all that was left of what once was.
And would have happily buried us in the process.
I'm glad you had the presence of mind to stop him.
He was a slave to duty, when he could have been so much more. You'll note the intact Illuvian. I was correct on that count, at least.
Is it still a threat? Can Corypheus use it to travel the Fade?
You recall when I took you through my Illuvian, I said each required a key? The well is the key. Take its power, and Mythal's last Illuvian will be no more use to Corypheus than glass. I did not expect the well to feel so hungry.
Seems like that should be a concern.
Knowledge begets a hunger for more. I am willing to pay the price the well demands. I am also the best suited to use its knowledge in your service.
Or more likely to your own ends?
What would you know of my ends, elf?
You are a glutton drooling at the sight of a feast. You cannot be trusted.
Of those present, I alone have the training to make use of this. Let me drink, Inquisitor.
You're not concerned about the price? Bound forever to the will of Mythal?
Bound to the will of a dead god? It seems an empty warning. Perhaps a compulsion yet remains. Who can say otherwise?
Само фалиш
I do not
grelic,
fear it,
gastu
even
grelic.
so.
What training makes you so qualified?
I have studied the oldest lore. I have delved into mysteries of which you could only dream. Can you honestly tell me there is anyone better suited?
I would be.
You lead the Inquisition. This is not a risk you can take. I have the best chance of making use of the well for everyone. Let me drink.
What's to stop you from taking the knowledge and leaving?
My word. If that seems insufficient, Corypheus threatens all, even myself. He must be stopped.
And who stops you?
I, Inquisitor, seek neither immortality nor your life.
Thoughts?
She is right about only one thing. We should take the power which lies in that well.
If it is truly between you and her, then let her take the risk. Make her help us all.
You're asking me? This is a lot of weird... I barely understand how any of this works.
Enough deliberation. Give me your decision.
Looking at it, listening to it. That's not just knowledge from the ancient elven priests. It's their will.
How would you know such a thing?
That's what Abelas was telling us. The collective will of the priests puts anyone who drinks under a compulsion, a gas. Can't you feel it?
That would match the legends, but it does not tell us what the gas entails. I would still use the well, but you are right. We must be cautious.
I'll get the power of the well.
If anyone is to use the well, it will be me.
So you will take what little knowledge you can understand and let the rest go to waste?
And who's to say it will go to waste?
I do. Perhaps it is better this way. Do as you will with the Well of Sorrows, Inquisitor. But be careful.
What have I done? Do I like it?
Why am I here? Corypheus? A magister wishes to rip the veil open. I must learn how to stop him. I can't understand what you're... Look, will you help me or not?
Breathing. That's good. Let's keep that up.
It is done.
I'm pleased to report we won the battle, Inquisitor. When you went through that mirror, Corypheus and his archdemon fled the field. I'm not sure why.
What he wanted was no longer within the temple.
Perhaps. He spent so long trying to get into the temple, he probably couldn't have helped his forces by that point.
Then Corypheus is finished.
If he is wise, he will hide and rebuild his strength before he attacks again. He will not.
He won't hide.
You hear it. The well speaks to you.
It's voices whispering from so far away I can barely hear them.
If only one who understood such voices had used the well's power instead. Then we'd have to rely on her interpretation of them, and whatever she chose to tell us. Have I not been forthcoming enough for you, Spy Master? I told you what the well could have done, Inquisitor. You should be hearing shouts from the heavens, not whispers.
Then help me. Isn't that what you came here to do?
Earlier you said you knew what needed to be done next. What did you mean?
The dragon isn't an archdemon. It's a dragon in which Corypheus has invested part of his power. Kill it, and his ability to jump to other bodies is disrupted for a time. He can be killed.
That's no simple task. Corypheus alone is powerful, but where there's dragon...
I need to summon Mythal.
Whatever Mythal was, goddess or myth?
There. An altar in the wilderness. That's where I need to go.
I see you are determined. So be it.
Are you certain of this?
We have no choice. If Corypheus comes here now...
I'll see to Skyhold's defenses in the meantime.
The Sentinel Elves. I need to clear inventory. Check what's available.
Inquisitor.
Inquisitor?
Where do I need to go? What pride had brought? No. Where to then? I don't see where to go.
You're concerned.
The consequences of drinking from that well.
Go to the altar of Mythal. The final piece. What about New Dragon Age? The one that's coming out, I know nothing about it, to be honest. How they did with Andromeda, I can only imagine what's gonna be with a New Dragon Age. Cool. Resolution, good evening.
Uncertain falls must always fall when met with a monstrous mind.
Waker, I hope it's not me.
Through blood and sin, a bastard of the gloom.
Corypheus died, and then he didn't. That's why he always felt wrong, like he didn't fit inside himself. He wears another man's life. I thought dying was forever.
So did I. Corypheus seems to break a lot of rules.
We still need to get the amulet working. I won't face Corypheus without it. I can't. But is it him? Is he real? If a man can be dead and then not... There was a young man. He died alone. I didn't know how to help. Could I have saved him?
What happened to him wasn't your fault.
It gnawed at me, hooks in the hollows, pain of not knowing like the knot in his belly. But that is a hurt, and hurts can heal. I can heal. Forget.
Cole? Cole? Are you?
You may still use that name, if you like. I am here to help you.
Alright. It still give amulet to Cole for some reason, which I can't explain what.
I'll ask around again tomorrow. Keep an eye out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
He meant to watch forever. He called himself...
Give him amulet.
I found the amulet that Solus told us about.
Yes, but not here. I like it here. We need some place that can go away if it... What do I do with it?
You found one of the amulets. Excellent. May I? It is simple enough. You put it on, I charge it with magic, and you should be protected.
Are you ready, Cole?
They can't make me a monster.
What was that? Oh, what are you doing to the kid?
Stopping blood mages from binding me like the demons at Adamant. But it didn't work.
Something is interfering with the enchantment.
Something like Cole not being a demon?
I'm not certain exactly what Cole is.
Regardless of Cole's special circumstances, he remains a spirit.
Yes, a spirit who is strangely like a person.
I don't matter. Just lock away the parts of me that someone else could knot together to make me follow.
Focus on the amulet. Tell me what you feel.
Warm, soft blanket covering, but it catches tears. I'm the wrong shape. There's something. There. That way.
What's a sovereign syndicate? Let me see, what is that? Sovereign syndicate. Time I see it. 15 January 2024. Comes out tomorrow. A CRPG. Indie CRPG. I could. Let me see if I can get the key for it from the devs. Over in Syndicate. We'll see. Maybe. Maybe. If I can get the key. If not, we check the price, what it is, how it is. I don't know. First time I hear about it.
We'll find whatever is preventing the amulet from working, and we'll make it right.
All right, kid. Get Cullen and work with him on the map to figure out where you're sensing something wrong.
Will you come with me?
Sure. All right, but he came into this world to be a person. Let him be one.
If I see a way to protect Cole without taking away whatever he is, I'll use it. But Cole clearly needs our help.
I'm not saying we do nothing. But that ritual of theirs only works on demons, right?
This is not some fanciful story, child of the stone. We cannot change our nature by wishing.
You don't think?
However we deal with the problem, our next step is to track down whatever is interfering with the enchantment.
What is happening?
Yeah, this should get me through the month. Give me a moment. Greetings. Can I help you?
You killed me.
What? I don't even know you.
You forgot. You locked me in the dungeon in the spire, and you forgot, and I died in the dark.
The spire?
Cole, stop.
Just take it easy, kid.
He killed me. He killed me. That's why it doesn't work. He killed me, and I have to kill him back.
If he killed you, wouldn't you be dead?
Cole, this man cannot have killed you. You are a spirit. You have not even possessed a body.
A broken body, bloody, banged on the stone cell, guts gripping in the dark, dank. A captured apostate. They threw him into the dungeon in the spire at Val Royo. They forgot about him. He starved to death. I came through to help. And I couldn't. So I became him. Cole.
If Cole was an apostate, that'd make the guy we just saw a Templar. Must have been buying lyrium.
Let me kill him. I need to.
Cole will become more like a spirit. Amulet should function properly. Cole will become more human. Amulet may not be necessary.
Cole will never grow into a real person until he comes to terms with what happened.
Leave it to me. All right, kid. You want revenge? Come with me.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
Sorry isn't going to help him now, is it, kid?
No.
Then pull the trigger and put him down like a mad dog. Do it.
No!
How you doing, kid? Feel any better?
No.
You can't make it all just go away. I learned that the hard way.
Forget.
No. He needs to remember. You too. We're done here.
What do you mean Disco Elysium but no voice acting? There is no combat in that CRPG at all.
For all we know, the amulet will now never function. Cole remains vulnerable to binding.
No, he isn't. The amulet didn't work because he's too human, right? Maybe now the kid's also too human for that binding magic to work on him.
I hope you're right.
It still hurts. When do I stop hurting?
Being with your friends can make you feel better.
Come on, kid. Let's go for a walk. It'll clear your head.
The left hand misses a friend with 2 different names. She's hurting, sad, alone, but everyone can see me now. They remember. How do I put honey in Leliana's wine without her noticing?
I can help with that.
It is good that he is not entirely changed, however human he becomes.
But Disco, not for you. Disco is an adventure. It has nothing to do with a CRPG. Pure adventure. Chantry in Valence. The deep roads. Return to the tomb. Emerald Knights. Where is that? What the f... For real. See, what is it? Look at cool. Wait, you fucking funny, man. Wait, you funny. Ooh.
Maker have mercy.
It's Taven's party.
Most were unarmed. They didn't stand a chance.
There should be Inquisition soldiers here.
But yeah, I forgot to say, you know what's very good with the gamepad? I received, and I don't know how, but It was some special edition that I bought. I just realized, like 15 days later, that it came out with this. And this would be a 1-year Game Pass for free. No bloody way. 1-year Game Pass for free with a gamepad because it's some special edition from Italy or whatever. With a code on a paper. Just fucking real, man. I got it for a lower price than it actually is. Plus I received a year of a Game Pass. I forgot to say that in a review for a gamepad. Because I didn't see the paper inside the box. I threw the box away, you know. And when I wanted to throw it in a garbage outside, I was like, let me see the box one more time. Don't know what made me. And there were like 2 papers. Pull out a paper, there's a freaking code. I nearly threw a year of a Game Pass in a garbage can.
These are our men. Had part of a seal. Do they even know what it opens?
Taven's interest must have been enough to draw their attention. The Emerald Knights. They once patrolled the borders of the Dales, protecting the elven people. The Dalish saw them as romantic heroes. The Chantry call them ruthless butchers. I suspect both sides have some element of truth.
It's unreal freaking big. The game is unreal. What the fuck? What I was also thinking of doing very soon is to get the DLC for the Darkest Dungeon 2. play Darkest Dungeon 2 in 6-7 months. There's Crusader available, there's another class available.
Let's look around.
What will I do, Brett? During this year. During this year. How much I paid? 120. Euros. That version that I bought was around 250. I got it for 120 to be more precise. What's even funnier, the guy that sold me, he probably didn't even know that there is a Game Pass in a box for a full year. That's the only explanation. Or he would raise the price. Yeah, basically on a 50%, but it's a black market, okay? It's not like you would classically buy anything from the store. This is for Italy. What I'm holding in my hands, it was made for Italy market. Wouldn't be surprised that it was stolen. Not that I care. I got it for a very low price, brand new. Don't know how much is the year of a Game Pass. What's the price of a Game Pass for a full year? Around $100, I guess. What the fuck? That's one disgusting bug. Are we all there? We are. Okay, I avoided the bug. At least that. Жучка. Yeah, I've seen Colony's ship. And I don't know if I can find time to play that one. This entire area is full with bugs. Plagued with bugs. Bad, I'm alone. Where are the others? Zola's holding a candle there. quick stream restart because of the copyright strikes. Be right back in a minute.